to you. It's a pleasure having you on board this morning. And we are in for an amazing learning time. I am Yemisi Adeyeye. I'm your facilitator for today. And it's really, really my joy to, to be here this morning. All right, so today we will be taking attributes of a highly successful entrepreneur. Highly successful entrepreneurs, they have their ways. We have our ways. I'm one of them. Yeah, we have our ways. And also, we'll be talking about the Yemisi Adeyeye Entrepreneurship model. So this week, we use it to build the foundation of what entrepreneurship is about, because everybody think they are entrepreneurs, but you are not an entrepreneur until you fulfill the definition of the entrepreneur. And the last class, we spoke about Professor Howard, who is a professor from Harvard University, who is the godfather of entrepreneurship. He told us about what entrepreneurship is. And in the course of writing my book, Entrepreneurship is a Beautiful Thing, I also came about, by the inspiration of God, what a definition for entrepreneurship that is very robust, that will help you to understand entrepreneurship. So let me put on my slides. Once again, I'm Dr. Yemisi Adeyeye. I'm a business management consultant, and I am passionate about building structured, organized businesses that has the 3 P's: productivity, profits, and peace of mind. So when you are connected to me, be sure that we'll plug in those 3 P's into your business, definitely, because that's where you enjoy entrepreneurship, and that's how you can do well, and your business will be sustainable for a long time. Sharing with you my own definition of entrepreneurship, and I'm so happy and so proud of this definition because, as someone who is into academics sometimes, you also want to find out this definition you are claiming to yourself, is it anywhere in the world? So you put it online and find out, I'm sure those who are in the academic world knows how you find out about plagiarism. So it's 100% authentic. Mine. This day, we'll be talking about the Yemisi Adeyeye entrepreneurship model. I developed a model on entrepreneurship, and it's very vital that we understand this, because the understanding of this helps you to move in your business in a way that it will give you peace. It will ensure that the fact that you run your own business, you are like the alpha and the omega of the business. There's tendency for you not to grow the way you should grow, because there's nobody you submit your report card to, or your report sheets, or end of the year assessment that, okay, judge me, am I doing well, am I not doing well? If you work for someone, maybe for the government, there will be like appraiser once in a while to let you know that, okay, you're doing well, you should be promoted. But as business owner, there's nobody appraising you. But if you have an understanding of this entrepreneurship model, it helps you to know that, oh, I'm in this quadrant now. I'm in this level now. It's time to move to this level. It's time to move to that level. It's time to move to this level. So that is the reason why I would like to share this model with you, so that you're already in the business, you will know where you are in that model. And those of you that are about to start, okay, this is where I am and this is where I want to be. Many times when we think about businesses, the first thing we think about is how we're going to enjoy the profit and the success of the business. But from this model, you will understand that your business is not just does not only give you benefits. It's not just a blessing to you. It's also a blessing to a whole lot of people. You're like, really? Yes. So so how come that we want to do do all the work, and it's my business and everybody gets the benefits? Yes, you will see how it concerns every other person, including people who don't even know you. Okay, business is a beautiful thing. Entrepreneurship is a beautiful thing. So this is the Yemisi Adeyeye entrepreneurship model that we'll be talking about today. So this model has 4 quadrants. Has 4 quadrants, and you can see that these quadrants are also color coded. So you can see the red, you can see the yellow, the green, and the purple. or the lilac, if you call it that way. So that's what the model is about. So I'm going to explain to us in a jiffy so that you understand this model explains entrepreneurship in its totality, in its entirety, okay? It explains in its entirety. Before I explain this, I think I should just share with us my definition of entrepreneurship so that we'll now explain that further. That will help. So this is my definition of entrepreneurship. So I want you to notice the key things in this definition, the keywords, the keywords. Please notice them because these things must be in existence in your business if you want to have peace of mind, okay? The 3Ps. So entrepreneurship is a process of using systems and strategies with limited resources to create values and solutions, which could be in form of products or services. You create these solutions to problems while you take associated risk. So what we are saying is that business is full of risks. So for example, now you are into buying and selling, and you'll be like, okay, should I put this 100 million into this product A or product B? I want to produce this product, but should I use 100 million for product A or product? It's a lot of risk because you don't know what will happen at the end of the day. But for entrepreneurs, we take calculated risk. So we don't just go blindly and just do, bimbo, bimbo, all those kind of, like try and error kind of thing. We take calculated risk. We seek knowledge, we weigh the options. And that's why you're in this class right now, because you are ready to weigh your options, to know those things you need to pay attention to have the 3Ps: productivity, profit, and peace of mind as you grow your business. Okay. And the last part of the definition says, and while you are doing all this and achieving profits, profit is very important. Some of us, we are just self-employed. Self-employed means that you are not employed by someone, but in your own business, you are employed there, because you cannot pull yourself out of the business. You and the business, you are like one. So there is no break. You are tired at times, you cannot even go have some vacation or take time off because you are running just a business, not entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship has to do with having systems. So that business you've been running, or you ran for like 5 years before it went down, or that business that you're running now, do you have systems in place? So let me explain further with the Yemisi Adeyeye Entrepreneurship. This is the model that explains entrepreneurship in its totality. So for some of us that have not started our business, we are this initial phase of planning. We are in the red quadrant. And I like to tell people that different people start business for different reasons, or they are doing businesses for different reasons. I've been to some business areas like stores, and I'm looking at it that why did this person open this business? Some people, especially in some parts of the world like Africa, some people open business as a status so that they can say that I am the CEO of something, not for profit, not to make impact, nothing, just for status. You will know that kind of business because you will not see anything new. You will not see them being passionate about their business. They are just there so that the CEO can just know, or the madam can just know that, oh, I have a business somewhere, just for status. But if the kind of business owners that I mentor, you cannot be that kind of businesswoman. You cannot be that kind of businessman. You must be that one that wants to grow, that wants to run a business that stands on its own, that can stand on its own. Either you are physically there or you are not physically there. A business that you can go on vacation for a month and it will not catch fire before you, like not literally fire, but like things will not go bad before you come back. That is the kind of business I want you to run, the one that gives you peace of mind. My business is in the healthcare sector. And I look at majority of doctors that run their businesses, they don't take vacation. They are there January, February, March, April, May. I'm sure as I'm talking to you now, you can remember some of your family doctors, especially those ones in the private hospital, who owns private hospitals. They don't take vacation. They are always there. Why? Because there's no system in place. Everything revolves around them. You are not that kind of business owner. We are not running that kind of business this 2021. So if that was how you used to run your business, just tell yourself, no more. I am changing gear. I'm running a sustainable business that can survive on its own. Okay? All right. So before you can start a business, I told you some people start business because they just want status. But for you, you are not starting business that way. You are starting it for profit, productivity, and you also have peace of mind. So when you want to start a business, somebody has asked me the question before, and maybe you are in the listening to me, you're watching me right now, and you're looking at yourself. People are talking about business. There are so many things you can do as a business, but I don't know which one is best for me. Which one can I do? So when I explain this problem quadrant, it will help you to identify the kind of problem you can do. The best way to start a business or to run a business is to start from the place of solving problems. And somebody is saying, okay, so where will I get the problem to solve? So I will let you know. See, there are 4 categories of problems you can solve. So pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to things around you. You will identify the ones you can solve, the ones you are passionate about. And one of it is personal problems. So somebody is like, okay, so my own personal problem, because I can't solve it for myself, that's why it's a problem for me in the first place. So how can I now turn into a business? You can. Let me give you an example. If you notice that you live in an area and a particular item is so scarce there, let's say, for example, maybe bottled water. For you to get bottled water easily, you have to probably go, a mile, 2 miles or so, and it's really stressful. And you're always having a headache because of this issue. And you're always worried about it. Oh, I hope I have water, or I have to buy water and so on. That's your personal problem. Could it just be the reason why you're worked up because of that problem is because that is the business, or that's the problem you will solve for other people too? So look at it critically. What challenges are you having? Some people are into this financial business now, POS, point of sale kind of business, where you transfer your money to them, e-money, and they give you cash because you need cash for some transactions. Excuse me. You need cash for some transactions. So if you have that problem, so that means that other people could have the problem. Do you get it? So that is how to think about problems. So as you're thinking now, as you are now, you're thinking, what business should I start? Start looking at your life. What are the challenges you have that you wish that, if someone can just solve this problem for me, I will pay for it. That could just be the problem that you're meant to solve. See, when people start business from the point of solving other people's problems, they get money. In fact, that business usually do well because you know why you are starting in the first place. So you're not doing the business because, let me just do business. You are doing it because there was a problem and you were looking for solution for it. And you were like, okay, I can pay for this solution. So if you can pay for it, then others can pay for it. Another one I would like to talk about is other people's problem. Let me give you an example. Maybe you work in an area where transportation is not that good, and you have a car, you're doing well, you have a car, so you don't have that problem. But you notice that every time you're going out to that particular direction, there are so many people waiting to get, cars, lifts, or looking for how to transport themselves to that direction. So instead of you just driving by and say, thank God I have a car and I can only pick 1 or 2 people, could it just be that's the problem you're meant to solve? That when you provide solutions to it, people will be willing to pay you. Could it be that you start a transportation business? So this is how to know which business to start. Because people ask me that question a lot. I have lots of money. I don't even know what business to do. Now, this is how to know the business to do. Another kind of problem you can solve and you make money from it is provincial problem. What did I mean by provincial problem? Provincial problem Provincial problem is a problem that is peculiar to a set of people. So I just use that P so that it helps us to remember the 4 P's. So the first one is personal problems you encounter. The second one is people's problem that you see. So to be an entrepreneur, you must see. When people see problems, you see solution. All right. Another kind of problem you can also solve is provincial problem. I use provincial just to make sure it has a rhyme that you can remember. But what it means is that it could be sectoral problems. Let me give you an example so you understand what I'm saying. For example, maybe there's a particular street very close to you, and you have passion to go into hair business, like salon business. But you notice that there are so many salons on that street. And you're thinking to yourself, how will I start another salon? I won't advise you to start another salon. So this is what I would advise you to do. So there is a sector, maybe hair and beauty now, that is very saturated, and that is where you want to go. So look at all of those salons, all of those shops, and think, what do they need? Maybe you now take notes that, okay, the last time I went to salon A, I wanted to use all these hair extensions, and I have to go like 3 kilometers to get it. They don't have it inside their salon to sell to me. It was very stressful that day, but I went anyway because I want my hair made. Another one you want to think is that, okay, when I went to salon B, they had this issue of not having, maybe threads to, make the hair or something. So when you want to solve problem that has to do with a particular kind of people, a type of people, look at them very well. What are the things they need? Then you provide solution to that thing. So you can decide that, okay, this business I want to do, instead of going into a full-blown salon, I will only supply hair extensions. So all these people, they will now need you to be able to do their own business. And in that way, so what I'm trying to say is that look for problems to solve. That means get people, customers, like potential customers, before you start a business. Some people, because they have lots of money and for different reasons, they just think, oh, I would like to have a business. Oh, I just got, maybe this support of 10 or 5 million naira, and they'll just go, oh, what should I do? Let me start selling clothes. They'll just open a store selling clothes, but they had no thought who needed this kind of clothes. Who will I sell to? No, they just want to have a store, and they go ahead and have such stores. Just keep watching. In the next 1-2 years or thereabout, it will go down. You may say, oh, they didn't go down, they are still there selling. But ask the owner, is she making profit or is he making profit? Or is looking for money or bringing money from other sources to sustain the business? So I'm teaching you practical ways to have a sustainable business that will not stress you. Oh, I want to start a laboratory. Is there a need for a laboratory? Or I just want to have another laboratory? Or have I done my research very well? Yesterday, 2 days ago, I gave you an assignment and I said, go online and do a research about your business. Many of you, the research you did is that, okay, what are the things I need? How much are they selling it? But have you even done like a research? How many of this kind of business exist in this area that I want to do it? Because that's important. I don't want to be that mentor that mentors you and you lose your money. So you have to pay attention to what I'm saying. Don't just put your money down because you just want to do a business. Okay, I like fashion. Okay, I'll just go and sew clothes and just no. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way at all. It doesn't work that way. So you must know how many people are doing this business. This service I want to render, is it really, really necessary? Are people ready to pay for it? Oh, I want to start maybe a blood bank. Why do you want to start with a blood bank? Are there existing ways that people are getting blood before now? Can I interact with those people supplying those, blood supply before now and ask them what are the challenges you have? So they could now tell you that, oh, the challenge we have is that, okay, we don't have this reagent to do this kind of test on the blood. So maybe yours is just to focus on that reagent. You just look at it, okay, oh, the challenge you have is that you don't have refrigerators. Could it be that your own is just like, okay, you are creating like a refrigerating system for all the blood laboratories in the city? So in that way, instead of making them your competitors, you are turning them to your competitors because you complete them. So they need you. So when you think about your business from that perspective of what problem am I going to solve, it helps a lot. It saves you a lot of stress of looking for customer, of sustaining the business. I hope I'm making some points here and it's making sense. So don't just go and put your money in a business. Find out, do that business that you want to do, you are passionate about, is it needed in that area? Or, there's some business that, okay, for example, I know a businessman that told me that his product is way needed in another place, but he is doing the business in this location, not because he wants to sell to people in that location, but because he wants to export it to the other location. So if you are thinking of that, okay, the reason why I'm putting it in location A is not because location A, they need this product there. They actually need it in location B. But my plan is to export it to that location B. So when you are planning about your business, you start putting on your mind, you start thinking in your mind, okay, how am I going to factor transportation? Moving this product from point A to point B, how am I going to factor it into it? Because it's very important. So all these things takes careful thinking, creative thoughts on how to ensure some people's businesses is dead on arrival. I don't know if you understand what I mean. We use that term in medicine. You say dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. Because that business that they are doing, by the time you even look at it from the problem analysis part, they are not doing well at all. At all. So they see a business that just happens anyhow or you just start anyhow may struggle a lot. So could it just be the reason why your business is struggling? Could it just be the reason? Is it needed where you are? Or making that product or rendering that service there is, especially products, making it in that location, is that okay? I want to make it in this location because it's going to save me cost of electricity. So it will not be easy for me to make it at a cheaper rate. By the time I have transport to it will still be better than making it in location B. So we need to think through. So business is not about I need money. Most people is only money that they are thinking about. There are deeper thoughts about business. If you want to run a sustainable business, what is the problem you want to solve? Identify problems which we will solve. So we said solving entrepreneurship is about creating solutions. And if you say you create solution, that means there was a problem. If there's no problem, there's no need for solution. So the number one thing you should look for before starting any business is that, what problem am I solving? So, and I'm telling you, some people ask me the question a lot, oh, what business should I do? I cannot tell you the business to do, but look around you. What are the problems you have? What are the problems you see people have? What are the problems you see some sectors have? The fourth one is perceived problem. I said perceived problem because Those problems, they are not there right now, but you can sense that they will happen soon. Some things are like that. They are not happening now, but you can foresee that very soon this thing will be necessary. Can I just create, solution ahead of time? In Lagos State now, Ibejuleki is like the new Lagos. Dangote just, is making a factory there, refinery. It's huge. So people are beginning to think that, very soon, people that work in this company, they will need where to live. They will need to work. They will need to build houses. So you can see real estate companies springing up around there. And they are selling the land to you that is not useful to you now because that place is not yet habitable. Am I making some sense to you? So it's a perceived problem that they can see. And this perceived problem, they are creating solution ahead of time. That's the way to make wealth. Should I tell you another example of perceived problem? So another example of perceived problem was this COVID-19. Do you know a lot of people made money from COVID-19 by selling PPEs? There's this face shield that people really liked a lot and people were using and they are still using. Someone told me that the early people that shipped in the face shield, they sold it as high as 10,000 naira per one. Because they could see ahead that this thing will be needed. China makes these products and that's where the COVID-19 started from. So they're going to shut down. So before they shut down, the person has ordered it and shipped it in. I was selling it. Another example, okay, for me, that face shield that they're selling, in fact, some people are not even buying again. They're almost dashing it out. I bought it 3,000 naira. I didn't buy the 10,000, but I bought 3,000 naira. And I bought so many for my company. Do you know how much money those people made? Because they could think ahead that this problem is not there yet, but it is going to come. So you can do a business. Well, like I told you, entrepreneurs don't just jump into doing businesses. We take calculated risk. So you must calculate it and make sure your mathematics is intact. You can start a business from there. You can start a business from there. In fact, when people do business from the basis of seeing that a problem is going to emanate and they provide a solution ahead of time for it, you discover that they enjoy something called first mover advantage. First mover advantage. So this is the way to, identify problems that you should solve. So don't just look at yourself. Everybody is selling chemists on this street. Let me too. We must be selling for them to be so many chemists. Let me just start my own. Without identifying a problem that you want to solve, it can be very stressful. It can tie down money. In fact, it can ruin your money. You don't want to do that. So think deeply. Instead of just going into this market and just become another competitor there, is there a way I can do it differently? That everybody needs me. Let me give you an example. Lifehouse Hospital. There are hospitals in my location that were there before I was born, and they are still standing strong now. And I want to do healthcare business, especially hospital business. So what did we do? We now looked at it. What are the things that other private hospitals, they are not rendering that we can render? One of it is cancer care. Before Lifehouse Hospital come on board, private hospitals don't deal. When they see cancer, hey, go to government hospital, general hospital. They'll just move them away. But is it everybody that have cancer that wants the private general hospital care? No. So we now look at it, okay, we can solve this problem. Then when we start solving the problem, providing cancer care in a private hospital setting, you know what happened? We stopped being their competitors. We became their completers or completers. We complete them. So when they get patients, we are not struggling with other patients with them. But when they get cancer patients, they now refer to us. So instead of them competing with us, we don't want to help them. People should come to us, don't go to them. They started sending patients to us. I don't know if what I'm saying, you understand what I'm trying to say. So don't just go into a business, oh, what can I do? I have a lump sum of money. Let me just go and do one business. Oh, I am schooled in this area. So this area is what I should do business. It doesn't have to be. Please identify problems first before you create solution. Some people, they will create fantastic solution. They will not be looking for problem. Those people, they are not in this, they are not under my mentorship. I don't mentor such people. You create solution, you are not looking for problem. No, it's going to stress you out. Some people can do it, yeah, but for you, I will not advise you start from there. Look for problem first and create solution. Look for problem first and create solution. Important. So don't just put your money into something. Don't do that. Find problems and put solution in it. That's how to make money. You know what happened to people that have solution to people's problems? People pay them, number one. Do you know the number two thing that happens? They say thank you after paying you. You know, when someone pay you, you that receive the money are the one that you should say thank you for your patronage, right? But when you are solving problems, people that pay you, they will thank you. I've received that a lot of time. And I'm looking at it, you paid me money now. I should say thank you for the money, but they can see the value you bring to them. So when you start a problem, when you create solution to problems and you start your business from the angle of solving a problem, you don't only get money, you get thank you from your clients and customers. Who would not want that kind of business? You are making money, you are smiling, and people are thanking you. That's the same thing that is happening here. I noticed that so many business owners, they want to do well. They know they have greatness in them, but they could not achieve it because they need somebody to show them the way. And by the grace of God, I started this Yemisi Adeyeye Consult business mentoring program, and many people come on board. And that's why that you paid me money. You're also saying thank you to me because I am solving a problem. So, see, if you want a gratifying business to do, think about problems you can solve. And I want to tell you, I said it here some days back that business is spiritual. And that is the point where you have to go to God and say, God, open my eyes to see problems. Because sometimes problems are lying all around us, but we can't see that there are problems. We just feel that there's some discomfort and just move on. So let me go to the next quadrant. Sorry for all the distractions today. I'm so sorry. But you know in my heart that I mean well. I'm so sorry. The next quadrant is the yellow quadrant. That's the solution quadrant. The code for that one is IRS. And that's where many business owners, they are stopped. So every one of us, we must get to this point before they can call us business owners. But we have to move beyond this point before we can be called entrepreneurs. So let me explain what is in the yellow quadrant to you. In the yellow quadrant, we have IRS. Number one is idea conception. When you see a problem, the next thing you do is to start conceiving ideas around how you can solve it, right? After seeing a problem, the next thing you conceive idea of how to solve it, right? So the first thing is to see problem. The next one is to think about, how can I solve this problem? And business owners are fantastic people in the sense that we are problem solvers. I feel so proud to say that. We don't just sit down and complain. Hey, the government is going up. Hey, so my community is going to decide. And we don't just waste time. We think. If we see problem, we start dancing because that brings our A game on. We start providing solution. And that's who you are. So don't just sit down and just say, I have money. Okay, what should I do? Let me be selling fan. Everybody is selling fan on my street. So that means that fans will be selling very well. What is the problem you have seen in that sector, in that kind of business? What solution are you bringing on board? Because when you think about how to conceive solution, it becomes a unique one. So you may be selling tiger nut milk, but think about unique thing about it. What problem is it solving? When you talk about it, people listen to you. After discussing this entrepreneurship model, Yemisi Adeyeye Entrepreneurship model, I'll be discussing attributes of a successful entrepreneur. You will see these things, they are important. The next thing after you have conceived how you're going to solve it is to start looking for resources you use to solve it, right? Oh, in order to start making this tiger nut milk, I need a bucket, I need bowl, I need a grinding machine, I need this, I need that, or I will leverage on this, leverage on that. You start sourcing for resources. The next thing you want to do after you've put all these resources together, which many times the resources are not even enough, but you have to make do with those ones that you have, right? Because that's what entrepreneurs do. It's always, everybody knows that we work with limited resources. Somebody is saying, if I don't get grant of 5 million, I will not start. Start small. If I don't get this one of 2 million, start small. That thing you want to use 2 million naira for, is there a part of it that you can use 200,000 naira for? Someone say, oh, I want to have a poultry. In fact, I want it to be as big as Chief Farms or Abasayo Farms in Nigeria. And you don't have the money. Instead of you sitting down and not doing anything, is there a way you can utilize the small resources you have in your hand? Oh, what do you have? All you have is 20,000 naira. Go and buy crates of egg and start selling. There's no business activity that you will not learn from. So when you become so large and you have 200 million naira worth of farm, you will know how to treat those ones that are buying 10,000 naira from you because you've been there. If you don't learn anything, you will learn empathy. You will learn how to sympathize with people. So you can start small. I'm not an advocate of saying start big. If you have the resources, fine. But most times, you waste resources when you start big because if you've not done something before, no matter how learned, how well-read you are, you make some mistakes. You learn from them. So it's good to start small. So instead of starting from that diagnosis center that you're using like a 20 million naira to start, why don't you start from starting a small lab where you will not need so much money? So that if you're going to make mistake or have error, it will be small. And if you have mastered how to make profit from that small lab, you know that by the time you increase, upgrade, expand it, that same model you used to make profit from, you can replicate it. Because sometimes we look at some business from outside and we just calculate, if I put this one here, it will just be there. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Oh. It does not work like that. But the truth is that it pays to have business because that's the only thing you can hand over to your children. That's the only thing they can inherit from you. That's your plenty certificate. The day you leave this earth, they cannot use it again. In fact, it's a trash. They will trash it somewhere. But the only thing you can give them as legacy is having a business. They can inherit the business. They can run it. They can get profit from it. They can do well. So that's why it's good to have a business. Aside that, it also helps you to have a name. You have a name. So I hope you are listening and you are getting something. So in this third yellow quadrant, which is the second quadrant, is services. Please, you give me some time today. I'm sorry. I had so many technical challenges, but we are fine now. The other thing in this one is that at the end of the day, when you have conceived the idea, you source for the resources and you utilize them, you now make products or you make services. So, and when you start making products or services, you start getting money. Who does not like money? We love money. I like money. Money must come to me. I am a friend to money. So you start making money. So this is where almost 90% of business owners, this is where they are stuck. They are making money, fine, beautiful, bravo, wow. You made 20 million naira, good. Your turnover was 30 million, great. Oh, you are hitting 50, great, fantastic, 100 million, woo. But that does not give you a lasting business. That does not give you peace of mind. That does not make the business sustainable. Until you come, you can see that these quadrants, they point into each other. So that's the way to go. Until you come into this green quadrant. This green quadrant is the baba. This green quadrant is the reason why people will finish university. They are praying to work in the bank. This green quadrant is the reason why people will envy Life Out Hospital. You want to have something like that because there is a system. This green quadrant is the reason why accountants will be praying, God, I want to work in Dangote, or I want to work in the top 4 accounting firm in the world. I want to work in Deloitte. This is the reason. Why? Because they have a system. Oh, Mentor Adeyeye, I heard you. All these companies you are calling, they are big. Is it not just Tiger Nuts I'm doing? What is the system that I should put in it? Hey, the same system they put into it, that's what you need to put into yours. It will just be yours, will not be just be at a lower level because of the amount of transaction you do is smaller, the staff you need is smaller, they have bigger, but system is system. See, if you have system, if your business has system, you will sit down like this. People will be coming to submit CV. People will be praying to work with you. See, let me tell you something. For you to have a sustainable business, it does not have to be big business. Are you hearing me? It does not have to be big business, because some of you, when you think of business, you're thinking of big businesses, you are looking for plenty million. No, you can start small. But what we are saying is that start well, do it well, run it well. When you run it well, you will have peace of mind. When you introduce systems into it. So what is this system? What is this system? I will talk about it briefly, but we'll dedicate, you see, every aspect of your business needs systems, okay? So we'll be talking about it. Let's see how far we'll go in this 4 weeks mentorship. And please, if you are not doing your assignments, that's not good enough. Please do your assignment and do it well. Some of you thought that she's telling that we should go and talk on Instagram so that she can promote herself. It's not true. It's not true. Yes, you will give me visibility, but much more, you are giving yourself visibility. Because some people will be like, what is so serious that Elijah wants to do that she went to register for business mentoring? So you are creating customer for yourself ahead of that thing you want to do. I told you the best time to sell your goods and services is even before they are ready. You don't like the sound of I'm sold out. I like the sound though. Now I'm feeling so bad for some people because they've paid for my book and my book is sold out. So they are waiting for next batch. Is it my fault? It's sold out. It's sold out. So when you do the assignment, so don't think that you are doing me a favor only. You're also doing yourself a favor, because people want to know what is it that is bringing Elijah out this time. Elijah that does not even have Instagram. She now has Instagram. Let me follow. I want to see what she's doing. This is how you are creating customers for yourself. This is how to do it. And we have agreed in this platform that we like money. So anybody that didn't like money, we are not even here. So we like money. So do what you need to do. So let's talk briefly about systems. What are systems? You'll be hearing business structure, structure your business, organize your business. This is it. That's the third quadrant in Yemisi Adeyeye Entrepreneurship model. So the first one I'll talk about are policies. Policies. It must be documented. What did I say? Your policies must be documented. That's where the work of CEO is. So don't think that being CEO is just to be doing your guy, big boy, big girl up and down, a big madam or whatever. It must be documented. It must be in black and white. It must be written down. It should not be in your head alone. It must be documented. That's where the work is of CEO. And that's where you can achieve peace of mind. So please listen carefully. You must have policies. What are policies? Policies are laws guiding your business. So somebody is saying that Nigeria law, they gave us, this one they gave us. Who will now give me the law? Nobody gives you the law. You give your business the law. So you must have policies on every aspect of your business. Do you know the reason why some people feel that our boss is too harsh? It's because you did not document all those things. Why is it that you always have a headache when you are running your business? Business, I can't do it alone, but these people, they want to kill themselves. No, it's not like that. It's because they know that you don't have laws. So who creates the law? You are the one that will create the law. So when we get to SOPs, I hope we get there. You are going to be creating laws for that your business. Someone say, I've not started that laboratory. I've not started that clinic. I want to start. You are going to start writing the laws. That's why I said that planning is better than just jumping into it. See, when you have laws in your business, you will not have to shout. Do you get it? You don't have to shout. Okay, let me give you one example of law or policy. You can write policy about any aspect of your business. In fact, you have to write about every aspect of your business. That's the way to peace. Okay. You can write policy on punctuality. In Mutiat and Co. company, our policy on punctuality is that resumption is 8 a.m. It must be documented, ma. It must be documented, sir. Write it down. It must be seen. And see, you have buy market, oh. The market you have bought is me, oh. I will be on your case. Since you have paid me to be your mentor, I will visit you. I will come. In fact, you have buy market, oh, by subscribing to me to mentor you. Because you are my success story. I have success on my own. But I say I want to mentor you to have success. So you must have success too. So that is the way. So you have a lot of work to do. So number one assignment today, you are going to get a book for your business. So write it down. Number one assignment. It's not anyhow book. Oh, I don't want jot out that they will be there. Good journal. Let me show you. Example. You see, better book. This is one. This is another one. You can see, buy good book. See, you are going to put your money somewhere. Don't lose your money. Let's be serious. If you want to do business, let's do business. If you don't want to do business, let's go and play. I know how to play very well. Those who are following me before now, they know that I will play. I will play in Nigeria, I play outside, I play everywhere. But when I'm serious, I am serious. So I am serious now. You too, you must be serious. You cannot put your money into something and not be serious about it. So you're going to get yourself a very good book. Not the one that you can just tear off, okay? So that's number one assignment. And you are going to show me a video. Don't send me picture before you go and copy picture online. Send me video of the book. This is my book, oh. Maybe 2 seconds video, and send it to me. In fact, send it to the page so that those who are not doing assignment will see that you are doing. Because when I'm giving top performance grants now, they will now say Dr. Adeyeye is because she knows her before or something. I don't want. So send your answer to the page. So number one, get yourself a business journal. So that's number one assignment too. My assignment, they are not difficult, but they will make you to make progress. Some of you already have it, so use it. So start thinking about different aspects of your businesses. So you're going to write your policy on punctuality. So let me just give you that one assignment alone. So think about that company you want to have. You may be the only one doing the business now, but just think into your future. When that Tiger Nut milk company becomes a very big company like Coca-Cola, what is resumption time? So resumption time in so company is, excuse me, 8 a.m. Closing time is so time. The next thing you will write under that policy, that is just one. Another thing you write under that policy is sanction. You know, we are all human beings. Okay, like now, I've been ready for this class before 12 noon. And I've been gingering you people, come and join. Just for me to move my slide from one device to another, I noticed that some things were scattered and they were missing. I was wondering, it has not happened to me before. So it destabilized me a bit. So those are human errors that could happen. So that's the reason why you write sanctions. Sanctions under, what is it called? Inside your policy. When you write that resume 8 o'clock, close 5 p.m. What happens to somebody who could not come to work by 8 o'clock? So you put clauses under it, under your policy, under the law. For staff, any staff that could not make it or come to work by 8 a.m. must send maybe a call, must make a call or send SMS to me or to manager, so. You have to be specific so that they know that, okay, our boss knows that we are human beings. We could have days. So you write it there. So anybody that comes to work, maybe like 9 o'clock and did not send that message, the person knows that he or she has broken a rule. See, when you have policy in your business, you can employ your family member, there won't be problem. Because you let them know from the beginning, this is the book or the rules that guides all of us in this company, and you must follow. If you don't follow it, the sanction is there. So it could be like, if you come late more than twice in a month, you will pay 5,000 naira fine. So when the manager is saying, asking them for the money, or the accountant, or you are removing 5,000 naira from their salary, they are not complaining that why the Oga did that. Is it because she didn't like me or she likes me? It doesn't work that way. So business is a very serious thing, but you will create that atmosphere. You will create the culture. Then write it where everybody can see it. And at the time people are joining, you let them know. And mind you, policies can be reviewed, okay? As you grow along in your business, some things that work in the beginning may not work in the end. So you keep reviewing policies. Okay. I did the same thing with our policy on punctuality. And I noticed that some people, they're still, coming late and so on. And I'll move it to financial sanction. I say, if you come late, you pay 500 naira. And for them to know that it's not like I want to use their money to build my business, I told them, I said, this 500 naira, we're going to put it in a special purse. We'll use it to buy our spoon for end of the year party. So even other people, they're helping me to catch late comer. Mr. Lagbajaye, welcome. Thank you so much for contributing to our support. That's why you'll be hearing. The person has come late. So, you have to find creative ways to not stress yourself. But it starts from having laws. It is said, a city without a law, then there's no sin. So do you see the reason why people have headaches in their businesses? Hey, that says girl, she's coming 20 o'clock. She's coming. You are just making noise. Just document it. Let her see it. Let everybody be aware and put it there. Let it be waiting for her. When it comes late, then melt the sanction. In fact, you can put it there. If you have come late like 4 times in 2 months, you will be fired. So it will just be, your life will be easier. See, knowing how to put system in your business is the way to peace of mind. So we'll be talking about these things later. So I've just given you one example, which is really common when it comes to punctuality with staff, right? All right. So the next thing is processes. Processes is giving a level-to-level guide on how to navigate a particular task in your company. For example, which example should I give now? Processes. Okay, let me just give an example of the hospital. If you go to some hospitals, you will be confused. Should I go to this table? Should I go here? You don't know what to do. You don't know who to talk to. But the process in Lifehouse is that you first come to the front desk. They will take your biodata. Then they will tell you to sit down. So the staff, they know the process step by step, and they will explain to the client, okay, from this desk, you sit down here, then we'll call you to this step. So it's a step-by-step process of moving from one level to another. So even in your laboratory, you can say, okay, the process here is that when you want to submit specimen, you have to stay here. So these things must be documented. Don't let people fabricate it or guesswork it. That's what makes you an entrepreneur. You must document your processes, how people move from one stage to another inside your establishment, inside your business, the way they relate with you. What is the process? I want to buy 60 bottles of tiger nut milk. So how do I go about it? Oh, if you want to buy, the first thing is that you send me a DM or SMS. And when you send it to me, I'm going to give you, you tell me what you need. I will send you the invoice. When you send you the invoice, you pay me the money. I will send you the receipt and the tiger nut milk with a courier. You know? So everybody knows how to go. So I will not come and buy tiger nut milk and say, because I know you, 4 cent tiger nut milk, 100 cartons. Then you now be chasing me around for money. No, that means you don't have process. When I wrote this book in November, sometimes, because of my always not being quiet about what I sell, I took it with me everywhere I go. And some people, you meet them, they are so important, as in literally like important, like VIP people, that if they say, oh, your book is beautiful, oh wow, you wrote an entrepreneurship, is this my copy? I'll just use that and say, no sir, this one is for someone. I'll bring your copy, sir. I'll use time to withdraw, because the process of getting this book is that I will send you the details of payments. You will pay. I will ask you if you want me to send a delivery person, or you want to do a pickup. If you want delivery, I will send you the details to pay for delivery. If it's within the city, it's 300 naira. Elsewhere, it's 500 naira. If it's going to other states, we'll get the logistics to find out how does it get there. We'll think it through for you. Okay, if you want to get at this location, it's 1.5. Then do you want us to bring, or you want to pick up? Oh, send it. Then I'll send them the details. They'll pay the 1.5. Then we'll give it to the delivery person, and I go to sleep. I don't stress myself, because when such so-called VIP gets this book from your hand, that's the end, though. You will not be able to get the money again, because you don't follow the process. So could we say the problem of entrepreneurs is the business owner himself or herself? You are the problem of the business. Put your feet down. Put process. Tell people these are the steps to access this thing. And you will see that your business will do well. You will have peace. Anybody that does not follow the process, they know that they are not doing the correct thing. The next thing is procedures. It's called Standard Operating Procedures, SOP. You are in a business school. This is a crash course. Crash course. Please write it down. Crash course, please. Write it down. It's called SOP, Standard Operating Procedures. This is where the peace of mind in running an enterprise lies. And that's why that code is green, because green is for productivity, green is for growth. This is where you can have growth. So it doesn't have to be that you have 1 million staff. With that few staff you have, you must have these processes. And mind, you don't just document it in a book and keep it in your drawer. It must be the living Bible, the Bible you read every day. If possible, every week, once in a week. In fact, once in a month, we have hospital meeting. And I've taught it so much. We have to keep reading those things, different parts at different times, so that people keep being reminded and they know the sanction when they break it. There's no two way about it. I'm not being me, because I have so many things I'm doing. I cannot be sitting down and be doing A for Apple. So this is it. Of course, I create an environment where people are free to grow and be themselves and be happy, but they also know that these are the rules you must follow. So if you have a business and there are no rules, please, you have to rethink. In fact, that must be one of the things you take out of this mentorship program for this 1 month. How, start writing policies, processes, and procedures of your business. Start writing it down, because that is where your peace lies. There's no two way about it. That is the way to peace. That is the way to growth. That is the way to peace of mind. That is the way to profit and productivity. So standard operating procedure, what is it? Standard operating procedure is the step-by-step way of carrying out a particular task. One task. What are the step-by-step way of carrying it out? That is the standard operating operating procedure. So, for example, now, maybe to use your laptop, the SOP could be to use the laptop, you have to put it on the table. So that's how you see, when you are writing your SOP, you are going to write it in a way that you think that the person that will use it is a dummy. What did I say? The way you write your SOP, you write it in a way that, like, you are thinking that the person that will use it, I don't want to say does not have brain, so it's not sounding insulting, but that's how to write SOPs. You write it in a way that, okay, all those dummies, those dummies now, those things they wear clothes for, let's assume they're the ones that work for you. There's no brain inside their head. So write your SOPs like you want to give them a checklist of what to do. That's how to write SOPs. So the SOP will be like, okay, in order to do this particular task, number one, okay, for example, let's assume you have a driver. So you write an SOP. So say when you understand business, you'll be able to run different aspects of your life better. In fact, this SOP, I used it for my daughter. Because when she was growing a bit more mature, I discovered that sometimes she will have her bath. She will forget to wash her face. Sometimes she will have her bath. She will forget. I will not even be sure if she brushed her teeth. Something we shall be missing in the whole morning routine process. God forbid that is the lower part that she forget to wash. And she would have taken her bath. She would just wash the hands, the leg, and the other part. So I kept having that problem. I was like, okay, what am I going to do to solve this problem with this, my darling daughter? So what I did for her, I said, daughter, come. You are going to write me an SOP of getting ready in the morning. Write me an SOP of bathing. So she now wrote, number one, stand up from the bed. Number two, that's how to write SOP. I hope you are getting me. Number two, lay your bed. Number three, move to the back. Number four, pick your towel. Number five, remove your clothes. Number six, see, that's how to write SOP. Because if you don't write it like that, there are times you'll be having issues with people. And people will start thinking that you are the mean one, but you are not mean. You are nice. But people will think you are, because you are doing the same thing you are telling them every day. Oh, you're a fashion designer. This is the SOP of closing up the fashion store for the day. Number one, move all the fabrics on the rack into this bag. Number two, zip the bag. Write the number of clothes that is in the bag. Number five, close the door. Number six, turn off the light. Number six, see, when you write it like that, then you train them on it. Training is very important, because sometimes people write and you keep doing that. We'll talk a lot about this under human resource management, because that's a very huge thing that stresses a lot of business owners. Some of you that want to start business, you are even dreading that part already. So don't worry, there's nothing to worry about. Human beings can be very easy to also manage if you know what to do to them. So you write, that's how my daughter wrote every. Number six, brush your teeth. Number five, wash your pan. Number eight, do this one. That's how she wrote it till maybe number 10. And now told her, okay, you are going to now write me a copy. So that same thing you wrote, write another one. So she has 2 copies. So I gave her one. I said, go and paste it on the wall of your bathroom. So I kept a copy in case she misplaces her home. Do you know that was the end to the battle of I forgot to wash my under, or I forgot to brush my teeth, or I forgot to wash my face? So if this can work for a little child, it can work for your business. It can. So in this, one of the things we'll try to achieve here is to ensure that you have policies in place, processes in place, procedures in place. Then the last one on that list is policing. Somebody say, which one police can't enter this one? It's just because, police, what's the duty of the police? To ensure law and order, right? They also sanction offenders. So if you have all these things in place, you must also watch over it to ensure that people fulfill it. And if they have done wrong, Give them the right sanction that is written, that you have written down before. See, when these things are in place, it will make you a better leader because you will not be going by your emotion. Do you know how many staff that I would have loved to sack? But I can't start them because my business policy says that before you can go, you must have had 2 queries before you can go. And the person did not get 2 queries. I'll just be looking at them. Because the person has offended me. So those policies also binds me, helps me to have stability in my business. So they will not say, oh, God, if you're offended, you will go in here. No. They don't behave like that in those big companies that people are praying to work in. So that's how you should start imbibing the good things in your own business too. What are the ways? If somebody is doing misbehaving, what are the things they must do? What are the things you two must do before they can go? How should they go? Okay, I have one of my doctors that said, oh, he wants to, relocate. I said, no problem. You want to relocate? No wahala. He said, I just said I should tell you. I say it's good though. Now that we have spoken to each other, we just finished a family meeting. That is not office talk. Oh. He's looking at it. I say, yes, our policy says that if you're going to leave, you're going to write a letter of withdrawal of service and you give us 30 days notice. That's the policy. So you can now imagine if it is not written down, if we've not trained them on it, the person will just wake up and just say it's going the next day. Don't you know that business will be destabilized for that moment? And that's why some of us are having a lot of issues. Today your tailor comes. Today the tailor is not coming tomorrow. It's because you don't have these processes. When you have these processes, you will see that with time, you will be able to even grow and even pay the salary that will even make them to stay. But what makes these people to stay long with you is not even the salary. It's not first the salary. There are other things, and this is a part of it. They know that their company is organized. So policing is very important. Somebody must be watching over it. And that's your work, one of your work. And even the work of people that you will choose as leaders over the other groups. Because only you can, even if you have 3 staff, put somebody in charge of one thing, put somebody in charge of another thing. Let them share leadership responsibility with you. Let them report to you on some matters. Don't be the only one supervising everything. So that's where policing comes in. The best part that I love is the purple part. The benefits. Who does not like benefits? Benefits is fantastic. But when you think about your business, the only benefit you think about is the one that comes to you. It's great, bravo. It's good to have that kind of benefits. Great. But all we are saying is that your business is not only beneficial to you. That business you want to start, that one you are praying about, is not only beneficial to you. It's also beneficial to your clients because, like I said earlier on, when they pay you and they are saying thank you, it's because you have added value to them. You have created a solution for them. That's one of the things in the Yemisi Adeyeye definition of entrepreneurship. Creating values and solution. That's what your business is about. So your clients are grateful. Another group of people that are grateful, they are your company staff. See, if your company is doing well, your staff will be happy. And mind you, maybe we'll talk about staff retention when we get to HR. We have a lot to learn under HR, human resource management. Your staff will be grateful. It's not only money that keeps staff. Some of you think, yeah, it's because I'm not paying them big money. It's not true. You are not creating the right environment, and we are going to help you to create the right environment. So there's a lot we're going to talk about in this crash program business school. So let me give you a story. During the beginning of COVID-19 lockdown, I told my staff, I said, see, let's just lock the hospital up. It's a private hospital. It's not compulsory if we don't want to work. We'll just send messages out to people that, sorry, we are on break till after all this pandemic is gone. But you know that my staff, they are the ones that say, oh, madam, no, no, don't let us go. I say, hey, I don't want any of you to catch disease, this and that. That's the reason. They say, madam, no, we would like to work. I said, so what about transportation? And then I had a car that I could give them. So I gave them a car. So, and there's another staff that said, oh, don't worry, I'll pick the rest. So they were using those cars to move themselves to and fro work when there was no movement for those who don't have cars. If the company is not beneficial to them, do you think they will do that? If they don't see any benefit in it, do you think they will want to? I'm saying there is pandemic, go and stay at home, protect yourself from pandemic. And they are saying, no, they want to still work. It's because the business is doing something for them. It's doing something for them. So it's beneficial to them. So the next set of people, the third C, is the community. Community. Hey, the community gets a lot of benefits when you start that business, from that business you are doing. Have you heard that idle hand is the workshop of the devil? Do you know that all these people that you are going to engage or you have engaged in your businesses, you are taking them off idleness? And they will forever be grateful, even if they are not openly grateful to you. But the society is grateful that you are reducing unemployment in our land. You say, yes, you are very important, very, very important. That your business must see the light of the day because it is a benefit to us. Really? But I'm not going to share money with people on the streets and so on. Yes, we are not sharing money with them, but you are taking people off unemployment list. You are providing, and you know, when you provide for one person, do you know how many people are tied to them? You can't tell. So you are very, very beneficial. When we talk about community, we are not talking about your local community alone. We are even talking about the global community. Global community. Global community is also blessed because of you. So if you want to be a blessed man, a blessed woman, hey, be an entrepreneur. Your blessing goes to another level. The world is happy because you came. Because you did not just come and just breeze in and breeze out of the world. You are creating lasting legacy, impact. And I don't know who is listening to me and you're like, oh, with all she has said, what if the business fails? See, if that business fails, you have learned a lot of ways that you will not fail again. So this one you are starting is going to stand. Is going to do well. The grace I have is what I can share with you. I started my business almost 10 years now, and we are still starting. So don't be afraid. Knowledge is so I'm going to carry you with those things I know. So feel free to ask me questions. Free. Don't forget this training or this mentorship is participant driven. So you're the one that will bring out of me what you want. So don't just limit our interaction to the assignments I gave you. Please don't. You won't get the best that way. Ask me questions. You know, when you have thoughts, we are thinking, should we do this? Should we do that? Then ask questions. So let me just run through briefly the attributes of highly successful entrepreneurs. Highly successful entrepreneurs, they are creative. So creativity has to do with deep thinking. And I've spoken to us on how to identify problems, okay? Deep thinking. So you have to be creative. Yes, you want to sell tiger nut milk. How can you package it differently? Can you put a little ginger in it? Can you do this, do that? So you have to be creative. Business entrepreneurs, they are very creative in their thinking. You think wide, you think well. In order to, and you will be different in order to create unique solution to problems. So don't just create generic solutions. Okay, we need this, what everybody is doing. Think deep. Is there a better way of doing this thing that will make it special and unique? It will be your selling factor, okay? I'm sure some of you have selling factor, unique selling factor. That's what we are talking about. So think out of the box. Think out of the box. Think outside the box. You know, when you do this way, you will try. It helps you to create original ideas. Another thing about business owners is that they are passionate. And you can see me. Hey, I am passionate. Even me, I know say I'm passionate. So you too, you have to be passionate about what you're doing. You can't be doing something until they ask you, Elijah, what are you selling? I say, hey, it's like I'm selling. No. Be passionate. Even if in that store is just 6 cartons instead of 100 that you have, still be passionate. Be passionate. Show passion. You know, strong feeling about your vision. You must have strong feeling about your vision. It's your vision. Nobody can see it on your behalf. So I don't know what you see. Like me, do you know what I say about Life Found Hospital? What I see is that it's the top 5 surgical centers in Africa. Am I there yet? No. But that's what I see. So I'm passionate. So I'm doing what I'm doing with passion. So I will get there, okay? So highly successful entrepreneurs, they are successful because of what they do. They are passionate. Another thing is that you must have robust work ethics. You know, some people like, fire your boss. This is your 9 to 5 job and come and do entrepreneurship. And I say, welcome to 24/7 job. Which one is more? So, you know, you must work more. You must be highly motivated, okay? Highly motivated. And, you know, strive towards your goal. You know, you have robust work ethics. Then you must be optimistic. What did I say? You must be optimistic. Be optimistic. Don't just give up. You know, you can see me when I have challenges with network. I'm pumping myself up. I'm showing excitement. You can see my voice is even louder than when I started. It was like I was just feeling, but I just have to keep doing it. That's what entrepreneurship is about. You cannot just give up, okay? You know, you have to strive towards your defined goal. Be optimistic. Look to achieving your goals. Keep your eyes on the future. That's what we do. Be optimistic. That ends result. Put your eyes on the goal. You know, some days ago, one of us was saying that he has done so many business, he will start, he will stop. You know, when you think through the process I've taken you through, this one you are going to do is going to last. It's going to last. I feel like praying for you in Jesus' name. It's going to last, because sometimes some people are even feeling that, why is it the enemy in the father house or mother house, that is a mother's house, that is giving them, that is not letting them be successful in business? No, it's your lack of knowledge. So now that you know, you will be successful, okay? Just practice the things that I've taught us here, and the other things you'll be learning along the way. Another thing about entrepreneurs is that, you know, entrepreneurs are persuasive. Very, very persuasive. They are optimistic too. Eyes on the future, and they're also persuasive, able to get people to listen and thoroughly convince them to buy. So those of you that say, oh no, I'm very highly religious, I cannot talk. If you want to sell market, you have to talk. You have to talk. We don't say you should talk bad thing, but talk right talk, okay? You must be very, very, you know, persuasive. You know, I was telling you about one of us here. She's called me to market her plans to me. I market my own to her. She was persuaded, she joined. So you cannot just be laid back and just be there like, you know, you have to be persuasive, okay? You should have ability to convince people to buy into your big idea. Convince them to invest. You know, you must be persuasive, okay? Another thing is that you must be able to even convince people who will work with you, because, you know, as an entrepreneur, when you start your business as a business owner, you know, the human resources you need, you may not be able to pay all of them the amount that is due to them. You can imagine you want to start a hospital, you may not be able to hire 5 doctors and pay all of them at once. You know, you may have to hire one, maybe one full staff, the other ones come in and go, but you must be able to convince talents to work on your team and let them know you have a hope, I have a future, we are trying, we will improve with time, and they will come on board to help you. So it's not everything you pay everything 100% for. Another thing is flexibility. An entrepreneur, highly successful entrepreneurs, they are flexible. That reminded me when we started the hospital, we could not afford all the staff we needed. So sometimes maybe the only nurse that is on duty, she's busy doing something with a patient, but something else is needed. I'll just go and do it. I'm a doctor. I'm not supposed to be doing nursing work. But since I can do it flexible, I just switch and I just do it and get it done. And where we are today, I don't have to do nursing work. God has blessed us. We have improved. We are growing. We are better now. Our processes are better. So, but at that beginning part, there's a lot that depends on you. So you must be flexible. You don't say, I'm the CEO. I will not do anything. That rice that you people have grinded, you've packaged it. So carry the box you are just dishing out command up and down. No. Sometimes bend your back, be flexible. Oh, you need this ceiling. Oh, where is the sealer? The sealer has a little fault somewhere. Oh, let's use our hand to do it. Yeah, you join them. You are the CEO, but you're helping them to seal the package. Joy, doing it joyfully. That's how great entrepreneurs, that's how they survive and they succeed. They are flexible. Another thing is that you must be resourceful. Ability to use small things to make great products. Resourceful. Don't be wasteful. You can't be wasteful as an entrepreneur and succeed. So be resourceful. Manage things, resources around you. I'm not saying don't use adequate things for your production, but if you have to use what you need. Don't waste the rest. Then another thing is adventurous. You must be able to try new things as a business owner. Okay, like this platform we are using, I've not really used it to train like I'm using it for this set now. Sometimes I use WhatsApp. The last one I did was WhatsApp. One I use Facebook. Those things were not working like this one. So this is an adventure for me, as it is for you. Some of you, this is the first time you're also attending a mentoring program. You've not done it before. That is it. So that means that you are going to be a very successful, you are already a successful entrepreneur because you have this attribute. Those ones you don't have, please let me add. If there are things I've mentioned on these attributes and you don't have, please, when you are hiring people to work on your team, please look out for those people who have what you are deficient in. To have, what I'm saying is that if you are deficient in any of these things, those you are going to hire or call to be part of your team, make sure they have these attributes so that you can join together to have a very good, effective team. Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand me, right? Okay. So another thing is being decisive. Oh, this one is very important. Some of us, we are so slow in making decisions. And you see where I say business is spiritual, because some of us, we are naturally slow in making decisions. You need to pray to God, though. God, whatever decision I need to make, help me to make it fast and at the right time. During the first lockdown, they started making adverts on international TV and almost everywhere that when people are not feeling well, they should not come to the hospital. Hey, and my business is hospital. How am I going to take care of people? How will I take care of my staff if I don't have patients and clients? You are saying even if you have any disease that is about not COVID, don't come. Even if it's COVID, don't come. Everybody just stay at home. So at that point, our sales dropped. And as a business owner, if your sales drop, as it's dropping, you know that, hey, hope there won't be trouble at the end of the month. I want to pay these people. So decisively, immediately, we just switched to online. We roll out flyer. We are doing online doctors consult. They said you should not come to the hospital. No, wahala, don't come. We will consult from here. And do you know something? God is a good God. Do you know something? God helped us. Hey, in fact, the first month of lockdown, we could not pay salary, 100% salary at the end of the month. I think we just paid like 60,000. I said 60,000, not 60,000, because some people, a lot, not 60,000. I wanted to say 60%. So we paid 60%, and we don't do that. We've not done that before. We always pay all the salary, but this time around, it's in joke. Hey, like they will say in Nigeria, the thing was somehow. So at that point, I was like, God, what should we do? That was when we roll out. God gave us that wisdom. We roll out flyers for online clinical consultation. Do you know that the balance was from online? Somebody was online, that we get the money. So we took that decision fast. Before any other person thought of it, we started online flyers, and people started calling us. In fact, I was shocked one day that we got a client all the way from UK. It was like she has seen the doctor, but they said she has this, she just wants second opinion from another doctor. I said, this is how much you will pay. One time, the money enter. Hey, it was so sweet. So as a business, as a successful entrepreneur, you must have your cap on, your A game on. You must have clarity. You can't afford to be confused. And that's why as a CEO, you must write your policies, processes. When you write it, discover that others will be able to dance today. Many things you are doing now, they are not your responsibility. So you are here to learn how to give authority to others on their small tasks and assignments so that you can focus on the bigger things. Like I used to say sometimes, say, leave the crayfish, focus on the big fish. And I hope today's training, you've gotten something very, nice from it. So let me stop sharing my screen. So today we've learned about Yemisi Adeyeye. Yemisi Adeyeye entrepreneurship model and attributes of highly successful entrepreneurs, because that's who you are and who you are becoming, highly successful entrepreneurs. So thank you for listening. Thank you for coming to today's training. I would like you to give me some feedback